Morning! Gotta keep the volume down because we've actually got his cousin sleeping in the room next to us. But where are we off to, Dan?
We are off to Disneyland Paris. No US. Oh, actually.
Yeah.
No, you go first.
No.
I was speaking to somebody yesterday at football who has just come back from Hong Kong.
Oh. Have you seen No, another time. Not getting distracted. But yeah, we're off to Disneyland.
Yes.
And have you ever been before?
I've never been to France before. I've never been to a Disneyland, but I've also never been to the country of France before. Let me make that abundantly clear. I haven't just not been to Disneyland France.
You've only ever been to Amsterdam abroad, haven't you?
Yeah, there's no Disney there.
Yeah, no. Well, that was a good trip. So it is approximately 3 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna book our Uber soon. We're doing the Eurostar this time. I'm gonna do a disclaimer. We did not pay for our Eurostar. I got some vouchers as a Christmas bonus from work, and one of the places I could use them was Eurostar. So technically, my Christmas bonus paid for our travel.
Yeah, pretty nice, pretty sweet.
Because normally I wouldn't travel via Eurostar anymore because it is so expensive.
Eurostar.
Yeah, we could have flown for cheaper, but my vouchers didn't work on flights.
And also, I don't particularly like flying.
You have to get used to it. I'm taking you to the States one day.
Drive the long way.
No. Right. Let's go wake up your cousin and get our suitcases.
Yeah.
Because we're going to Disney.
Disney.
One eternity later.
A brand new place. Nothing. Literally nothing. Hello again, everyone. We're actually in the parks now.
Yeah.
I filmed none of our journey. It was really
We are in the park about half an hour before you thought you'd be.
Are we?
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock, it's
Yeah, so around.
11:28.
Yeah, so basically all the queues this time, I've got to give it to Disneyland, like they've improved their queuing system massively. We got your ticket within 5 minutes. Last time I was here we waited over an hour, and we managed to check our luggage in within about 15 minutes.
Yeah, and that was only because there was one couple that were kind of arguing over the price.
Yeah, basically yes. If it wasn't for that, it would have been also really quick. So we've just come in, had a toilet break. The little cavalcade of Dream and Shine Bright was going past. That was nice. And now I'm going to go show down the castle. What do you think so far?
Yeah, it's alright, isn't it?
I will convert him. He's going to like this. You don't get a choice, really. Oh my god, is that a ticket hat?
I'm going to enjoy your enjoyment.
Yeah, but that's a ticket hat. I want a ticket hat.
There you go, look at the ticket. Filming my face now.
Yeah, gotta get something for the trailer, haven't I? Something to introduce you with.
Yeah.
And this is the most excited you're probably ever gonna get.
Is it?
Probably. She's so beautiful! Look at that!
Yeah.
Dan reckons Dan said he thought it was gonna be bigger.
It did.
It's huge. What about the castle, by the way? Like, it is, it's huge. And it's so pink.
Yeah, it is very pink.
What do you think?
I like the colour scheme of the pinks and the blues and the gold.
Do you know which princess's castle it is?
No.
Okay.
Sleeping Beauty.
Well done, it's Aurora's. Oh, I think I'm a little bit too excited for a cake pop just yet.
Yeah.
Might get that a little while.
Okay.
We've just gone past the confectionery. Let's go!
It's a lot more than I thought it would be.
But it's huge!
I thought it would be like Durham Cathedral size.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, it's not that big.
I thought it was like, a real castle size.
The smallest Disney castle is the original. It's like half the size of this.
Wow.
Hello, so we just did our first ride. We went on Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm in my favourite spot, as always. What did you think?
I actually quite enjoyed it. It's a lot longer than I expected it to be, which is good.
Yeah.
It makes the actual queuing worthwhile, and I like the fact that the queues move. Maybe it's the lack of French queuing, but it's nice that they move.
Yeah, we were discussing that in the UK, particularly you go to one of the theme parks we've got there. I'm not going to name them, but there's a lot of stop starting. Like you feel like you've stopped for ages, and you move a little bit and you have to stop again for ages.
So it feels a lot longer, even if it's not necessarily any longer.
Yeah, whereas with this one you walk pretty much consistently. Little pauses, but not long enough so you can get comfy.
Yeah, and only when you get right to the end is there any kind of actual pauses.
Yeah, if you had to rate it out of 5, Pirates of the Caribbean is getting a
4.
I mean, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, it's a nice little ride.
Nice little ride.
Yeah.
We'll keep trying. I want to find one that you think is a 5.
Okay.
I think we're going to find it tomorrow. I've got an idea of what I think you might think is a 5.
Alright.
But for now, let's go Frontierland. I think it might be time to try and get on either Big Thunder or Phantom Manor, which is my favourite.
Go.
Go.
That's the waterfall that we were behind.
Oh, so it wasn't the Skull Rock one, it was...
That one.
I see!
There's no hole in the face of Skull Rock. Yeah, that's the one we were behind. You can see the little walkway.
Oh, nice! Well, I've never done that before. What do you think?
Yeah, that's quite good.
Out of 5 for entertainment?
3. I think I would put up... If you can get a lot of these kind of things and they're all free, then it's a good day.
Yeah, I
Rather
agree.
than... Because these are like walk on and do what you want kind of thing.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
What are we doing now, Dan?
We are going on Phantom Manor,
Which is?
your favourite ride.
Yes! So we've just come off Phantom Manor. Review.
So I enjoyed it less than Pirates of the Caribbean, but as I was just kind of saying a little bit, the main reason I didn't enjoy this one as much, it's not because I don't think it's a cool ride. It is maybe a little bit too slow, but the primary reason I didn't enjoy it so much was that me and Lauren watched the, what was it called, the Imagineering?
Yeah, it's behind the attraction.
Yeah, and so I knew how it all happened, so the kind of whimsy of it was a little bit lost on me, coupled with it being a very slow ride meant there was just like, there was no kind of draw factor to it. So I probably would have given it like a 2.5 out of 5, but that's mainly because, again, yeah, I wasn't like trying to figure anything out.
Yeah. I loved it. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's your favourite ride.
It's my favourite ride. I love it. I love the characters. Right, there's something I want you to do.
Okay.
I want you to go touch it. Touch it. Right, try again. Can you feel it?
Yeah, there's like a drum beat.
No, it's a heartbeat. It's a tomb, Dan.
Oh, okay.
So you can hear it and feel it.
Yeah,
Most people don't know it's here.
that's pretty cool.
I'm going to put your reaction next to Christian's in a video.
Yeah, was he really impressed?
He jumped out his skin.
Oh,
There we go!
oh my God!
You can feel the heartbeat. You looked at me like I'm daft.
It's because when I put my hands on that side, I could kind of vaguely feel it, and I wasn't sure if it was like the ride going underneath or something that was making it feel like that. But obviously now that you've kind of stopped, you can really hear it. It's actually quite loud.
But most people don't know it's up here.
But it does sound more like a drum beat to me than a
heartbeat. Hey baby,
Hey baby doll.
how are you finding it so far?
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been good to be here with you.
Did you get it now?
The obsession, no.
I'll ask again in a few hours. Once he's had food, we'll see if he gets it after food. Because what was it you were saying to me? Shops? Because we just had a little look up and down Main Street.
I mainly agreed to come here for the food.
Yeah.
Me and Lauren watched a load of Disneyland vlogs together for a little while, but they were all like food related ones.
Oh, we were watching Magic Journeys in California, weren't we? They
Probably.
do the food vlogs.
Probably. And so I found them much more interesting than I found the actual like ride vlogs. So yeah, what's the food?
Cool. I got him on one thing and it's food. I've already had a cake pop. He's already had a fudge bar.
Yeah.
My cake pop was okay. It's not the best one I've had. I prefer the ones where they're like fruit flavoured, whereas this one was just chocolate. So I give my cake pop maybe like a 3.5.
Yeah, and I tried it. To me, it was really dry, but Lauren did think it was okay. And I had a chocolate fudge stick, and that was actually really nice.
You gave that a 4 out of 5, didn't you?
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. So.
And I gave that a 3 because of the.
Oh yeah.
Well, we last year had some really nice fudge, and so I think calling it a 4 would be too close to that really
And
nice
it wasn't
fudge.
quite there. But yeah.
Yeah, we got there.
Yeah, we're going to sit here for a minute, take a load off our feet, because Dan played football yesterday and now he's lagging along.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go get some food. We're going to the Silver Spur Steakhouse.
That's correct.
I've never been there before, but Dan loves a steak.
I do love a steak.
So it felt like a good go-to.
Yeah.
We were meant to have our appointment at 12:30, but we got in the queue for Pirates and I got the notification your table's nearly ready and I was like, I forgot I booked this. So we rebooked it for 3:30. So we're going to sit here for a bit, get some sunshine, and then head over.
Yeah. Good plan.
Steak time.
Steak time.
Vous avez un rêve? C'est le moment de le réaliser.
What do you think?
Looks quite nice. The steak is very soft.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
A few moments later.
What do you think?
So the steak is really nice. It was really soft, really juicy. Decent sized bit of steak, not massive, but decent sized bit of steak. But my main concern was there was hardly anything on my plate. I mean, I had maybe 1.5 baby potatoes worth of potato. That's if I'm being very generous. They're probably more like 1 baby potato worth of potato at my roast potatoes. A little bit of sweet corn, which is fine, and a few mange tout peas. The steak itself, again, lovely. Really felt like it tastes like good quality, really tender. But yeah, if you're hungry, it's not the one for you.
Which is what you are at the moment. You're
Yeah, I'm
hungry.
really hungry, and I've eaten my food now, and I'm still really hungry. Being called the Silver Spur Steakhouse and being in Frontierland and that kind of like American Midwest vibe in the advertising, I assumed it would be like an American experience and there'd be lots of food. Maybe silly of me to assume it, but it's what I assumed. Can I eat now?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah? Is it literally just ice cream brownie and some wafers?
Chocolate.
Oh, nice. I have been defeated. So, we're staying at, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, so apologies French people, but I believe it's pronounced Campanile, or Campanelle. I've not been here before. Dan's obviously never been here before. This is our room. It's cost me the exact same price that I spent on Le Grand Magique in my last vlogs. So if you've watched those, you'll understand. If not, go check them out. I'll link them above, below, and all that jazz. And it's like 1/3 of the size. Like, it's actually a really small room. For us, it's not going to make much of a difference, but I would say if you're a family and you're staying here for like the purpose that it's meant to be a family-friendly hotel, I'd actually argue that you're getting less space. I'm not massively impressed. We'll see how the stay goes. The bed is... Oh, that's not good.
It moves about a lot as well.
Oh, I can feel the wood through it.
Yeah, it moves about a lot.
Oh.
I wonder if the bunk beds are any better. I call top bunk.
That's fine by me.
No, you don't want that because if I go through, I'm killing you.
I mean, they're better, they're firmer.
Shall I have a little look in the bathroom?
Go Go on then. Little wardrobe's cute though. How basic?
I think it's better than the room.
I mean, so far, yeah. Oh. Hold up. Hold up. Shuffling.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Because you're not going to see it.
I'm here.
Hello.
Hello. I can't actually get far enough back to get that in shot. So yeah, this room is small enough that I cannot get back far enough to get this in shot. Also, it might not be apparent in the video,
Hello.
but this bath is about 3.5 foot long.
Oh yeah, there's no way that I'm going to fit in that, let alone you. And
Yeah.
I'm only 5'5".
Because oddly, there's this whole section missing at the end.
Yeah. It's snug and not worth 500 quid. So far, even though we've not slept here, I'm going to give it 2 out of 5.
Yeah? You're being generous.
I am, because I haven't slept in it yet.
And because you're tired. Right, I'm going to end this now.
Let's chill for a bit. So, as you can tell, it's now bedtime. Washed all my makeup off. Clean faced again. Side note, I'm actually preferring wearing less makeup at the moment. Like literally just doing my eyebrows and mascara and going as I am. I've decided, rather than doing like a haul video at the end of all the things I bought, I'm going to do like a mini haul at the end of each video. So this is what I got today. I got, start with first, they're all pins. Spoiler, they're all pins. So first of all, I got this Jack and Sally pin that says, love you to death. I think you can just about see it there on this love heart. You can't see it very well on camera, but there's like white roses around the edges. I love the story of Jack and Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas, so I had to get this one. I also saw this, which says Eternally Yours, and it's a tombstone with a pink and black snake. I love the colour combination of like baby pink and black, so, and again, it's Jack and Sally, so I had to treat myself. And then I got this one, which is huge. I've seen it before, and I've always liked it, but it's the Mad Hat with all the teapots and teacups. Alice in Wonderland is one of my favourite films, so I want to expand my collection. So I got this one. It's a pretty big pin. In terms of pricing, I believe this was meant to be €9, this was 11, and this was 14 Rose. Yeah, but obviously I get 20% off because I've got my annual pass. Hello everyone. I'm not sure where we left you. Last thing I remember filming properly in the park was us eating at the Silver Spur Steakhouse. What did you think out of the steakhouse? No, it's been a few hours, so what did you think?
My thoughts and feelings haven't changed. The steak was actually really good, really tender, really chewy. Not chewy, really like easy to chew through. Lovely piece of meat. Not massive, but I've had smaller steak. The issue was the rest of the meal. There was nothing to it. I won't be going back there for that price.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back there. I'm glad I tried it, as always. I'm glad I tried these things, but the steak was delicious. Mine wasn't very hot.
No.
As in, the sides that come with it, mine were all cold, like stone cold, and the steak was warm-ish, like nothing was hot. And I really struggled to heat up, so having a cold meal, then a cold dessert, was not ideal for me. I would give it 2.5 out of 5.
I'd give it a 3, mainly because the steak was so nice.
Yeah.
So,
what do we do after that? We did a couple of rides. We did
Pinocchio.
Yeah, we did Pinocchio. What do you think of Pinocchio?
It's too quick. I want to finish up on the steakhouse first, and
Okay.
then we go into it. So, the thing I would say, the thing that really kind of confused me and made me think it doesn't make sense, is the thing they didn't give you enough of was the cheap stuff. The stuff that they could easily give you more of and it wouldn't cost them anything. I wasn't asking for more steak. I had enough steak.
The steak was a good size, yeah.
Yeah. I had enough steak. What I wanted was more potatoes, which cost you pennies, and more sweet corn, which costs you pennies.
Sweet corn was really good.
Yeah, sweet corn was really nice, but they could easily give you twice that amount of sweet corn. They could easily give you 4 times that amount of potatoes, and they wouldn't really lose much on their profits.
No, I agree.
So I just think it's very oddly done.
Yeah. Right, Pinocchio.
Yes.
Because I wanted you to do one of the like Fantasyland dark rides today.
Yeah.
We didn't wait too long for Pinocchio.
No, we got quite lucky that
We got so lucky.
So, yeah, so we got into the queue with about a 35-minute wait, and this woman decided that she was going to push all the way to the front.
Yeah.
And don't do that. I don't care if we're in France. Don't do as the French do. And she wasn't French.
Yeah, they said, excuse me. And I shuffled because I was like, oh, they're probably going to meet someone.
Like 3 or 4 people
but
ahead.
Then I realised that there was like 3 of them.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, well,
there was 3 of them. They weren't meeting anyone, and they did the excuse me the entire way through the queue.
Just to get to the front.
Yeah.
But joke's on them, because the woman who was running the ride, basically, if she had a family of 4, she'd just start shouting 2, 2, 2. But she wouldn't do it to like the direct queue line in front of her. She did it to the whole room. And she luckily, like she'd gone 2, 2, and no one responded. She turned around, looked at us just as that woman was again we could see her jumping ahead, and she went 2, and we went yes, and we got let on, and we weren't even halfway through the queue line.
Yeah, we were nowhere near the front.
We were just very lucky. Like we had probably a good 15 minutes left to queue.
Yeah, the ride itself I think is really fantastic. I think it's a really cool little thing. My issue is that it's too fast. And when I mean that, I don't mean like it's a roller coaster. It's too fast. I don't know, it's scary. I mean, rides like that are for the sole purpose of telling a story, and you go through it at such a pace that it's kind of like, oh, what bit of Pinocchio am I on now? What bit am I on now?
Yeah, it skips bits of the story as well, so that it's got a better flow.
Yeah.
I mostly wanted you to do it because it's borderline traumatizing.
I didn't have that experience. It wasn't traumatizing because nothing was given long enough to have an impact.
That is true.
As soon as I'd realised what I was looking at, we were on to the next bit. And like you said, the donkeys are really traumatizing, yeah? But when I saw the donkeys, obviously the boys who drunk...
For me, it's like the funfair bit, because it's not brewed into because you've missed a chunk of the story.
Yeah.
You're sort of going, okay, it's Pinocchio. And like the first set of doors that open once you've gone in, you're in the funfair and it's time for the bit with the donkeys. But that's actually quite late on in the story.
Yeah.
You miss Honest John. Like that whole section of an actor's life for me. Yeah. The bit with Stromboli's really short. So...
And for me, the other issue was I didn't even see the bit where the boys drink the beer to be turned into donkeys.
Yeah.
So it was just like, all of a sudden we just had donkeys. And I'm like, are these just regular donkeys in clothes? Like it wasn't like the film where it's kind of explained.
What would you give the Pinocchio ride? I think when we spoke, you said it was like a good, 2 or 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think 3 would be being kind. I think 1.5, 2 actually.
Yeah.
I think it's rushed for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and if we had queued the full wait, it would not have been worth it.
Yeah.
We did that. We also got some chicken nuggets from Last Chance. We got chicken nuggets and the
Nachos.
Doritos with cheese sauce, which were bog standard and not great. Chicken nuggets, fantastic.
Yeah.
Dorito bit with cheese sauce. Every time I see it, and I'm like, oh, I really want some cheese sauce and Doritos, and I buy it, and I look at it and go, this is going to be awful.
The thing is, right, if you're going to charge £6 for nachos, so €6 for nachos, about £5.50 or about $9 US, then they need to be good nachos, right?
And they're just not.
They're just Doritos with a bit of fake cheese on top and not even that much fake cheese.
Yeah.
Right? You're talking about the majority of a pound's bag of Doritos thrown in and 10p's worth of cheesy sauce thrown on top.
Yeah, I'm gonna. At the time, it hit the spot, so I am gonna give it a 2.
Yeah.
But I can make that better at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 less.
Um,
The chicken nuggets, however, solid 5 out of 5.
yeah, the chicken nuggets to me are a good 4 out of 5.
They,
as well.
I think they're the best thing we've eaten all day.
They are really nice. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like of nachos, like proper nachos. So for me, if I'm gonna have nachos, basically how we had them is how I would have them. But if you're paying that amount of money for nachos, I would expect lots of cheese sauce, a variety of dips on there.
Yeah.
I would expect the tortillas to be made on site,
Yeah, homemade.
not just a Dorito bag dumped on there.
Yeah, so we did that, and then I took you on Star Tours.
Yes.
Well, it took us a while to get around to Star Tours because I forgot the Stars on Parade was going to happen.
Yeah, so
But we got there in the end. We did Star Tours.
saw 3 parades today in some capacity.
We saw 2 of the same one, which was Dream and Shine Brighter, and we saw the very beginning of Stars on Parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what did you think of Star Tours? That was the last thing we did before we exited the park.
Before we get onto that,
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about what we did on the way there. We did do stuff on the way there. Right, we went around the shops. We went and looked at Maleficent.
Oh, we went
Yeah.
and looked at the dragon.
Right. So because I haven't been to Disneyland before, one of the things I did quite today was just follow my feet.
I always try and do that on my first day. Don't plan
Right.
too much. Follow your feet. I did that last time.
And there was a lot of stuff that, like what I mentioned earlier in the vlog when we went up into Skull Rock and up into the
Yeah, Davy Jones' locker.
you right, and then we went and did
The Swiss Family Robinson treehouse.
yeah, and then we also did obviously Maleficent later. Stuff like that I actually think is really good, and I wish Disney did more of it. I don't know if they do more of it in the US or in Hong Kong, but yeah, I really wish they did more of it here in Paris, because for me that was the real experience, and that was the experience that you could stop and take in. Sorry if you can hear noise from outside of our hotel room.
Yeah, they sound like teenage lads running up and down.
With Scouse accents.
I'm not a fan of this hotel in the slightest. But yeah, Star Tours. That's where we left.
Yeah, Star Tours, queued too long for it. I think it's a really cool idea, and I really like the idea that there's lots of different tours you can go on, so that it's a different experience each time.
Yeah, we actually went on a storyline that I've never done. I don't think it's the best,
So it was.
but I enjoyed the fact that I even.
Someone knocked on our door and then ran away. Very good.
We're not playing Knockdown Ginger today. Wait, do you call it Knockdown Ginger?
Yeah, knocked down Ginger.
Cool. I know some people call it like different names.
Yeah. Carry on with your video.
Yeah, so it was nice to see like a different storyline, because when it popped up and it was something I hadn't seen before, I went, ooh. But it's only the beginning bit that's the same. The end is the beginning bit is different. It's the end bit that's the same on pretty much all of them.
Okay.
So by the time I got towards the end, I was like, okay, I know where this is going.
Yeah, so the beginning bit was quite cool. It's like escaping from Darth Vader.
I think if it has a shorter queue line, I'd want to do it again with you to see if we get a different storyline.
Yes. I wouldn't. I think the thing is, with those kind of VR experiences where the character doesn't actually go anywhere, I think if you're waiting any more than like 20 minutes, then you're waiting too long. And obviously they've got quite a few carriages. Only some of them weren't working today, but I don't know if that's because of staff or because of fault.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Right. That obviously didn't help the wait time.
Yeah, because even I was like, why is this taking so long? Like, I don't remember this ever taking like a long queue time. But it was a good day.
Yeah.
We've come back considerably earlier than I normally would.
Yes.
But
we've had a very long day.
Yeah, I think it was about 3 o'clock. I asked you, I was like, how long have we actually been awake? and it was something like 15 hours.
Yeah.
But I also didn't sleep last night.
So the other thing to mention on our way out the park, we wanted to go on the train.
Oh yeah.
What's it called?
It's just the Disneyland Railroad.
The Disneyland Railroad, fine. And that wasn't operating at that point. It was operating earlier in the day, so maybe it just finished already for the day. I don't know what time it runs up until.
Yeah, that's something I probably should have looked into. But by that point, I was like, we're walking that way to head out anyway.
But we are talking about at 7 in the evening. We're not talking about dead at the end of the night. So, yeah, that's a bit disappointing.
Yeah.
Um,
Plan of action for tomorrow, though. That's fun stuff. So we're going to go do magic hours. Obviously, we've got to go collect your privilege ticket because Dan's having privilege tickets through using my Infinity annual pass. We are going to go and do some of the bigger rides that we didn't do today. So Big Thunder is one of the ones we have to do.
Yeah.
Space Mountain is definitely one I want you to do tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And I think, so the plan is to get the big ones done in the main park in the morning.
Yeah.
Then head over to Studios.
Yeah, get a snack around 11, head over to the Studios, and show you around there. Because it is the smaller park, but I would say it's got the bigger rides at this point.
Yeah, do the rides I want to do there, and then come back to...
No, we're staying at the Studios.
Yeah.
Because we are going to Pim's Kitchen!
Yeah. We're doing that, but I mean at the end of the day for the Friday.
Oh yeah, well we've got the new drone show that happens at Avengers Campus, and then we have to run to get back to Magic Kingdom.
Okay, so we waddle quickly.
No, we literally will be running.
Okay.
Are you enjoying Disneyland so far?
I'm enjoying spending time with you.
Can you please change that answer? I asked you this earlier.
I'm enjoying spending time with you.
Okay.
I wish less of it was a facade. I'm quite a practical person, which you think you pointed out several times, right?
Am I a practical person?
No. But there's lots of stuff that I've just said, I wish this was a bit more like this while we were there today. And it's not because I'm not enjoying it, but I just think because so much of it is for show and not for use, you miss out on some really great opportunities that wouldn't be that much more difficult for them to add in.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go get some sleep, because if you haven't noticed, I am shattered. Like and subscribe. There's going to be at least another Disney vlog. I don't know if I'm going to vlog like a bit of us around Paris. To keep you in the loop, we're here at the beginning of April, and at the current time, Paris is burning.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, that. It's warm in Paris.
I mean, it's not in Disneyland. I'm freezing. But yeah, if you're following the news, and I am not, but I've got a vague idea what's going on. But yeah, Paris is not in a good situation at the moment, so I don't know how much of our trip we're actually going to get to experience. But we'll do bits.
We'll do a river tour or something.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Staying in the water, because that really worked when London was burning down.
Yeah, it does work.
Because interesting fact, more people drowned in the fire of London than died of burning.
Okay.
Did you not know that?
Yes, but it's fine.
Night. Bye.